everybody, it's the coach.
Okay, Coach, we are in the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Today, it's an AFC North matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. Brushing off to a big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for a team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Out comes the 37-year-old Ben Roethlisberger, ready to lead the Steelers. And he led the entire NFL in passing yards in 2018, the second time that he's owned that honor. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his second season, James Conner. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. And let's take a look at the Steeler offense.
In the center for Pittsburgh, Marquise Pouncey, one of the most physical and agile players at his position in the league. A 7-time Pro Bowler, 2-time All-Pro. He's a keystone of one of the top offensive lines in the league.
Gets it to Smith-Schuster on the jet sweep. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And now the starting defense for the Browns.
When you're the #1 overall pick in the NFL draft of 2017, what's a little extra scrutiny? Defensive end Myles Garrett is certainly used to it. In 2018, came into his own his second year in the league with 13.5 sacks and really expects to increase that total in years to come.
And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now the 3rd leading rusher among rookies last year, it's Nick Chubb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. Let's meet the offense. Greg Robinson. Very, very talented.
What a man to set your offensive line with. Greg Robinson can do it all. Tremendous athleticism, great strength, just coming into his own.
Escaping the pressure right. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham there to make the grab. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Joseph now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points get that. Second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Roethlisberger will throw, and that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14. Mayfield now. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Mayfield able to get this one to his tight end, Njoku. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march up another 15 against your squad.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That good for 22 and a first down. Looked like they picked a heck of a time to run the counter.
And we've been saying that in this great game of football probably since we started playing. Anytime you get guys thinking you're going to go one way and you hit back the opposite side, it's a great chance it can turn into the type of play we just saw there, a big gainer.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This is the tight end, Njoku. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A gain of 13. It's a first down. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. To throw, Mayfield. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Joseph now to kick this one away. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Pittsburgh Steelers trot back onto the field here. As we said earlier, they're 4-4 now, and they've won 4 of 5. Mike Tomlin, after the game, said a couple of interesting kind of funny things. Said, happy to be at 500 at the turn, trying to get that September stench off of us where they struggled. He said it's also good to be sitting at 4-4, and I never thought I'd hear myself say that.
And he's right about that, because when you're in Pittsburgh, you never expect to be 4-4, especially having to battle to get to be 4-4. So next up, road trip to face the LA Rams. Then they're at Cleveland for a big divisional game on a Thursday night. And then they're at Cincinnati before they host the Browns again at Heinz Field, second meeting in a 3-week span. So a lot can go into what's going on here right now, this stretch. Forget the September stench. Can they all of a sudden have a November deodorant that they're proud of?
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball, because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. He'll dump this one off to Connor. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for fourth down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is, at the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game. But this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football. Because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
It's caught by OBJ. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game, because it was evident right there. It looks like...
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Finding room at the 30. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Mayfield to throw it. Flushed out right. He'll run it. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. We have hit halftime. And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts that. Now a pass that's taken in by Smith-Schuster. 6 yards is the to pick up, and that'll lead to a third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. And he finds McDonald. Look at the big man rumble. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Vance McDonald, 65 yards. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
This fielded at the 2. A beautiful fake. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Mayfield on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. Still going. They can't stop him. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Mayfield brings him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ballgame. Mayfield finding Beckham. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 24 yards. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Throwing, Mayfield. Forced out to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Running from the gun, Johnson.
Right, didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 16.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So that drive 7 plays in length and was polished off by the touchdown run from the 16-yard line. Joseph now to kick this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up. And that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
They stay on the ground. Here's Conner again. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a third and about 7 left. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Powerful running. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Baker Mayfield leads the offense out for their next possession. He has been consistent, hasn't he? He played well in the first quarter, good second quarter, and now continuing that here in the third.
And that's the word that they're always seeking from the guy taking the snaps, is consistency. Taking care of the ball, making sure it gets to the right people, no errors, right? Not turning it over, and just doing all the right things. That's leadership, and it inspires confidence in a team.
Yeah, been a good leadership and a good distributor. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now. Now Mayfield, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Javon Hargrave picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And the way this offense is moving. And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. And we're back now here in Cleveland. Faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Roethlisberger got an open man. It's Washington. A very solid gain of 27.
Let's go. Let's go. Mike. Ready? 230. 3. Mike. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
They'll look to run with Conner. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
That almost felt like the defense said, he is not getting in. What a play.
Not only stopping him at the line, but pushing him back a yard as well. They'll try to run it. This is Conner. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hit.
And it's blocked. This is going the other way. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there's a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now? Much more of a field goal attempt. And the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more block.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just standing.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
and get 2 points.
They can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, but it's going to be 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Mayfield, and they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again. That'll bring. Now this throw, it's complete. It's Moncrief with it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Ben to throw again. Screen pass to Conner. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. From 3 yards out, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Getting your back involved, what's the importance? Oh, this is blocked. The Browns have it. And nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, 5, and all the way into the end zone, and that's 2 points.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over, but that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
They run it again with Chubb, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. He's got his man. That's Landry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get your reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Mayfield, and that'll be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Roethlisberger. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald.
Here we go.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 40. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Now Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Roethlisberger got to get his guys to the line as quick as he can. To try again after the sack. Roethlisberger. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Roethlisberger coming up with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Roethlisberger will throw. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock. James Conner, the running back, his intended receiver. But it'll be second down. Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. He'll get that one complete to Conner. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. It's caught by Moncrief. And he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.